Welcome back to the Chad DiMera Channel. For weeks, we have been speculating, analyzing every single frame, but now we have 100% concrete, undeniable proof that Sophia Choi survived that horrific plunge into the Salem River. Can you believe it? The evidence is officially out, and it completely shatters everything we thought we knew about this dark, twisted storyline. She is still alive, she is still breathing, and she is desperately plotting her very next move. But here's the kicker. She isn't running to the Salem Police Department to tell Jada Hunter what happened. And she certainly isn't leaving town on some glamorous European getaway. Sophia is backed into a terrifying corner, and right now she is living in an absolute nightmare scenario. Let's paint the picture and look at the spoilers from the June 11 episode. Sarah Horton, seeing how completely broken and exhausted the teen scene is right now, suggests that Holly Jonas and Ariana Horton take a much-needed break from the relentless tragedy of Salem. Sarah offers them the keys to the legendary Horton Cabin for a weekend getaway. The girls immediately jump on board, inviting Tate Black and Aaron Green, who has been struggling immensely with Sophia's presumed demise. But imagine this. Sophia is freezing, battered, bruised, and hiding in the dark, dusty shadows of that exact same cabin. She thinks she has finally found a safe haven to nurse her wounds away from Kristen DiMera's lethal reach. But suddenly, the doorknob rattles. Boom. The door swings open, and walking right in are the four teenagers who are at the very center of her tragic downfall. Sophia is in absolute visceral panic mode. Her heart is practically exploding out of her chest as she watches Holly, Ari, Tate, and Aaron drop their weekend bags. She is trapped like a rat, frantically scrambling to find a closet or a dark corner to squeeze into before they spot her. That's crazy. If you are a true Salem fan, you know exactly what kind of slow burn explosion this is setting up. This isn't just some random weekend trip. This is a masterclass in soap opera suspense. But before we get into the wild predictions about what happens inside the claustrophobic walls of that cabin, we need to talk about how we got here. Let's be real for a second. A massive chunk of this mess falls squarely on the shoulders of the most toxic branch of the DiMera family. I am talking, of course, about the absolute monster that is Kristen DiMera. You guys know I love the DiMera family. I mean, look at the name of this channel! I will passionately defend Chad DiMera until my dying day because he actually has a heart and a moral compass. But Kristen? She is a ruthless, unhinged menace who destroys everything she touches. I think teaming up with a vulnerable, unstable teenager fresh out of Bayview was a huge mistake, even for her. Kristen manipulated Sophia, weaponized her trauma, and ordered her to kill Johnny DiMera in that apartment fire just to punish EJ. And when Sophia botched the job and became a liability, Kristen didn't hesitate. She whacked that poor girl over the head with a rock and had her goons toss her into the river like garbage. A lot of fans think Kristen is just a misunderstood mastermind, but I'm telling you, she is a cold-blooded villain who needs to be locked away for good. Now, put yourself in Sophia's shoes for a minute. She is a deeply traumatized teenager who thought she was getting a fresh start and a one-way ticket to Paris. Instead, she got a rock to the skull and a watery grave. She survived, but she has absolutely nothing. No money, no allies, and she is a wanted fugitive for the attempted murder of Johnny DiMera. She can't go to her mother, Amy Choi, because Kristen would probably kill them both. So she retreats to the Horton Cabin, a legacy location that has hosted some of the most iconic plot twists and romantic cliffhangers in Days of Our Lives history. The history of that cabin is steeped in secrets, and now it is serving as the ultimate pressure cooker for Sophia. She is standing in a dark closet, holding her breath, listening to the people she hates and the people who hate her living their lives just feet away. And you won't believe what is bound to happen next. Sophia is going to be forced to eavesdrop on these four teens. She is going to hear exactly how her death has completely shattered their lives. Let's look at Holly Jonas. Holly is carrying the weight of the world on her shoulders right now. She genuinely believes that her harsh words and cyberbullying drove Sophia to commit suicide. Holly is an emotional wreck, completely consumed by a deadly guilt. And to make matters worse, Sophia's grieving mother, Amy Choi, is on a relentless, terrifying crusade to have District Attorney Melinda Trask charge Holly with manslaughter. Amy is out for blood, seeking revenge against a teenage girl for a murder that Kristen DiMera actually committed. It is absolutely sickening. So, what happens when Sophia hears all of this from her hiding spot? Will she hear Tate trying to comfort a sobbing Holly? Will she hear Aaron Green talking about how much he misses her and how broken his heart is? Aaron is the wild card here. He has been struggling the most with Sophia's demise. I have a massive fan theory about this. What if Aaron wanders away from the group to get some firewood or grab a blanket from the back room and he comes face to face with a bruised, terrified Sophia? What do you guys think? Will he scream for the others? Or will his lingering feelings for her cause him to keep her secret? I am betting on the latter. I think Aaron will find her, and they will form a secret, trauma-bonded alliance right under Holly and Tate's noses. That would be an epic plot twist. We also have to consider the massive ripple effects this will have back in Salem. Our boy Chad DiMera is back in town trying to protect the DiMera legacy by going on sweet baseball dates with Belle Black and investigating the mystery of the missing pawn chess piece. But EJ and Kristen are dragging the family name through the mud. EJ is currently facing the horrifying reality that Lexi Carver's cure is failing and she might die again. He is getting beaten down, kicked out of hospital rooms by a furious Abe Carver, and being played for a fool by Kat Green, who is secretly an ISA agent. The DiMera mansion is a house of cards right now, and Sophia Choi is the gust of wind that is going to blow it all down. Think about the absolute panic that will set in when Kristen realizes her lethal loose end is still breathing. Kristen is currently parading around the DiMera mansion, sipping champagne, thinking she got away with murder. She is even having nightmares and hallucinations of a bloody Sophia haunting her. But those aren't just guilty conscience dreams. They are a premonition of the absolute hell that is about to rain down on her. Jada Hunter and Ray Fernandez are already finding blood evidence near the river railing. The Salem Police Department is closing in. When Sophia finally emerges from the shadows of that Horton Cabin, whether she is dragged out by Holly or walks out hand in hand with Aaron, she is going to point a very direct finger at Kristen DiMera. I cannot wait to see Kristen's smug face drop when the Salem PD slaps the cuffs on her. She deserves to pay for what she did to Sophia, for what she tried to do to Johnny, and for the immense pain she has caused Chanel, Paulina, and the entire town. We want to see Chad take full control of DiMera Enterprises and banish Kristen for good. This Horton Cabin showdown is going to be the catalyst for the biggest summer blockbuster storyline we have seen in years. The slow burn tension of Sophia hiding in that closet, the emotional explosions when the teens find her, and the ultimate legal reckoning for Kristen DiMera, it is all coming to a head, and I am here for every single second of it. Let me know in the comments below. Do you think Aaron will help Sophia escape, or will Holly be the one to drag her out of the shadows?